Hey everybody, I am here with Ms. Arlene Chavez. This is our first of many podcasts. My name is Wendy Walker, and again, like I said, I'm here with Ms. Arlene Chavez. What's the name of your brokerage?
Arlene Chavez Real Estate Group.
There you go.
The Acre Group.
The Acre Group. Nice, nice. So we wanted to talk to Arlene today about how she got into real estate. What was your journey? How did you get to being who you are today in terms of real estate? And just tell us a little bit about your journey in this market, because it's obviously a wild ride for most people, especially newer agents. And I know you've been doing this for a long time, so we just kind of wanted to get some people's stories. So, how did you get into real estate?
In 2005. Started in 2005. I opened up a commercial brokerage with my brother.
Okay.
Commercial mortgage brokerage. We would do loans. Oh, I can't do this. It's too hot. Cut. What?
There's no cut. You gotta keep rolling.
So before you got into business with your brother, you were telling me earlier that you were working for
America's Mortgage Company.
But in IT.
In IT, yes.
So what did you do for them?
I was a telecommunications engineer.
Okay. So you were setting up the infrastructure behind what everybody was doing out on the floor.
I was.
Okay. And then you got into business with your brother in commercial mortgage brokerage. Okay. Does your brother?
He owns a mortgage brokerage right now.
So he does.
Yes.
So
we won't say names. We're not promoting him.
we're not. No. But we're not going to say anybody's names about anything. So you were telling me earlier that you got into commercial lending because basically somebody said, "How do you not know what that is?" Right? And so you did it more of a, I'm gonna show you.
Commercial lending I got in because I wanted to try something different. Residential selling.
Oh, that was because of the person.
Because of the person that sort of put me on the spot and called me out that I didn't know real estate vocabulary or real estate meanings and stuff, because I was more of a management role with the company. So.
And you had come from a background of IT, so you had helped your brother set up that whole mortgage company,
right,
infrastructure-wise.
That's true.
It wasn't necessarily that you were out there in the field selling mortgages or anything.
No, it was just, hey, come run my mortgage company, come set me up, come run my mortgage company, and then it was supposed to be a 6-month gig, and it turned into like 6 years.
That's a little bit longer run than
right.
6 months. So then you got into residential real estate.
Residential real
So
estate.
you went and got your real estate license, and that was in
2006.
Okay, so right before the crash.
Right before the crash.
What a good time you had.
Yeah. Well, I knew nothing still about real estate. I was the manager managing the operations and the employees and stuff, or the loan officers. So we had about 40 loan officers.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good sized company.
Yeah.
In terms of mortgage companies.
Things were good back then.
Yes, until about 2007, 2008.
Yep.
Yeah, and then things started to crumble everywhere. I know you and I were talking earlier about, Lehman Brothers went out of business, and then things started to really deteriorate for a lot of people.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. So you were then doing residential real estate, not.
I went into residential real estate because when things ended in, the mortgage field, nobody was lending, the money was running thin. Luckily, I saved my money.
Smart.
I wouldn't get hired anywhere. I went to Costco, Sam's Club, Home Depot, all these places try to get, a job, a decent paying job, No one wanted to hire me with my skills because I was like 6 years out of the field. My skills were
Out of
outdated.
IT, yeah. It's like social media, right? The next big thing comes every, few months, and so if you're not on top of it all the time, you're missing out, right?
Right.
So you got into residential real estate. Were you doing?
Out of the need, I needed to make money.
Yeah.
I needed some money, so I joined Century 21 All-Stars in Peak Rivera with a pretty low split and a franchise fee and a desk fee and all that. And just had my eyes open and soaked everything in, and I saw what was going on as far as the investors, the real estate agents working with investors and doing their own flips, and they needed people to hold open houses.
So is that what you were doing a majority of the time, was open houses, or was it?
Yeah, that's how you
In the
can. I
beginning?
had no clients. I wasn't really keen on door knocking. I'm still not today.
You don't like knocking on strangers' doors,
No,
okay?
And I did try it, and it was like this bad experiences, like smelly houses and
Oh gosh.
yeah. But anyways, that's not what I wanted to do. So I saw them, the real estate agents flipping houses, hold the open houses for them. Then I got my own clients, and
So you were working with investors, or you were working with?
no, the guys from the office.
Oh, okay.
The Vinny Salcidos and what's his name?
Oh, the one we were talking,
Yeah.
Misael,
Yeah,
we
Misael.
were talking about him
Yeah.
earlier, yeah. So being able to host open houses for those guys, were they teaching you at all? Or was it more learn as you go and you're on your own? And
Yeah, it was more, they had the office training, for the contracts and stuff, but it was just, you're on your own.
And that was like 2000.
I had 2010.
2009.
Yeah, I had like 6 open house signs only.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not getting a whole lot of traffic with my 6 signs.
Yeah, there was no social media.
Right.
Where you can announce it or anything. You just, play it by ear, whoever drove by.
It's crazy to think that that was not that long ago.
Right.
Because I was in the industry then too, and to think that 2010, yeah, it was almost 9 years ago. However, it doesn't feel that long ago. And you're right, social media was not what it is today. It wasn't a place to market open houses. It wasn't a place to show off your listings. It wasn't anything like that. So that in and of itself speaks to how much things are changing every year. Every 10 years, it's a completely different world in terms of how you work. So what did you do to adapt to being able to get to where you are today? So over the years, what have you done?
Oh wow, I just listened and learned and looked and mimicked and watched the guys that were doing it. Well, because it was mostly guys. I didn't see any women doing a lot of flips and stuff. So I learned. I watched what they did.
We didn't have all those flipping shows either back then, right?
No.
Those all came of
No.
that.
And then it was a time of short sales and REOs.
Yeah,
too,
lots
so,
of that.
I just looked and learned and would literally, if I saw a flip being worked on, I would be there, taking notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and seeing what they were doing.
Like if you drove by one, or like?
Well, I was fortunate where I live, right across the street. They came in and they were doing a flip, and I was out my kitchen window looking, and literally, who came in? They came in, they did demo, and went and talked to the guys, got their number. They.
So you gathered contacts just from that.
Yeah, and then every flip I would see, I would go and drive by and be nosy and see what was going on, see what material they were using, their colors, their flooring and stuff. Go to Home Depot, get pricing like the old-fashioned way, just writing everything down.
You weren't Googling anything.
No, I was really passionate about it. I wanted to learn. I mean, I had no money. I didn't know where I was going to get my money from. I knew nothing about hard money lenders.
So in 2010, you got your first listing, or when was your first listing?
To my first listing, I can't even remember what was my first listing actually. I think my own flip property was my first listing.
Oh, your first flip.
Yeah.
When was that?
In 2012. I was more of a buyer's agent and just watching.
Okay. And how did you like taking people around? Was that like driving, when you said you were a buyer's agent? Did you like driving people around and showing them houses?
No.
And...
Not at all. No, and that's why I got into flips, is because I was like, enough of this. I didn't want to deal with this crap. So
You can be real. It's okay. You can
I didn't
say
want
whatever you want.
to deal with people's crap,
Right.
So I was like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna buy my own houses. I'm gonna sell my own houses, and this is how it's gonna be.
So how many of those did you do, or how long were you doing that?
I started in 2012, and I stopped in
Wow, so you
Yeah.
did it for a long time.
Yeah, I did 25 flips.
Wow.
Yeah. For the first two, I had a partner.
Okay,
And then the rest I did all by myself.
that's good. And it must have been, lucrative for you in terms
It was
of
good.
being able
It was
to.
it was good business to be in. I did it all myself. I project managed. I got the crews, managed the crews, materials at Home Depot, picking up material. You know,
Wow.
negotiated the deal, sold it.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
Did you have things sitting on the market longer towards the end, or was it?
One property I had exactly 365 days that it closed on the 365th day.
Oh wow.
And if it didn't close, it would have, renew insurance, get an, pay the extension on the mortgage. They would've gave me one, I don't know. But it was, it was an ugly property, but you learn a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So in 2017, you decided what? I'm gonna reinvent myself. I'm gonna do.
Well, the numbers, were changing. The risk was a lot higher. The profit was low. So, and plus too, I was kind of burned out. I did 5 flips at one time
Wow.
in the high deserts, Victorville, Hesperia, and Apple Valley. I had 5.
5 going at
Yeah.
once, huh?
Yeah.
That must have been a nightmare.
It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy, and I was like all engulfed in it and all. Yeah. So. But I did it.
Did it take longer? Did it take longer for those flips to close because you had so many going on?
No.
No. You feel like you were able to manage them all, and were they all going at the same pace at the same time, or were they at different
It was
stages?
kind of like it was 2, and then I had later 3 right at the same time. So one was 2 was closing, and the other ones were being worked on.
So those 3 though were at the same stage
Yeah.
in terms of okay, so that makes it a little easier rather than having one at one stage, another at another, and
No, there's if the 2 were they were on the market, the other 3 were like almost done or.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So tell me a little bit more about now that you're not doing flips, where did your focus go? Since you were burnt out, where did your
I took time off.
yeah.
I took like the rest of, I turned the big 50, and I said before, my 49th year, is like, I was wondering what I was gonna do. I'm like, why do you have to do anything? So I just stopped, and I just did whatever I wanted. I traveled a little bit, and just read a lot of books, and stuff. And I was thinking about what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I
Right.
gonna do next? So, I have my broker's license now, and I just.
When did you get that?
I got my broker's license in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was selling my own properties, and I was paying, the commission
To someone else.
to a broker, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I got my own broker's license. So I was selling my own properties, and I got to keep all the commission.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was probably really nice, right?
Yep.
That's good. Okay, so you took time off, and then you got back into it, and was that this year in 2018, or did you get back into it again?
When I met you guys.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So
about
yeah,
then, I
that goes about a year.
I was wondering, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna? What do I want?
What do I want to do? Yeah. So you
Yeah.
decided now to get back into real estate.
And then I had a few listings because just from referrals, people called me, and I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Here or there.
Yeah.
Just because, right?
Yeah.
Because they're family, friends, or whatever, right? In terms of now, I know you're focused more on the luxury market.
Yeah.
So how's that going? What are you seeing that's a little bit different in terms of luxury?
The price.
Other than the price,
The price and how you sell to them.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay.
And the wording you use is totally different than residential.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me an example. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Top tier market.
Top tier
Yeah,
market. Okay.
You're talking to estates.
Estate.
You're not talking single family residence. The clientele is more upscale. They're more, I don't want to say they're more educated, but they got there somehow making that money.
Right.
So
Well,
they,
it's
you know,
family money,
they're,
yeah.
they're educated, more educated, I guess, years of education, and they're more professional doctors and so forth.
Okay, very cool. So, I know you have an open house coming up. Do you wanna plug where that is or anything like that?
I don't know the address off the top of my head, but,
It's in
Pompano Street.
It's in
La Habra Heights.
La Habra Heights.
It's a $2.3 million
I saw that.
listing.
I saw a picture of it you posted. The other thing that I wanted to just discuss with you just really quickly for our audience and for whatever. So in your marketing, what type of niche are you looking at? You know, what makes you stand apart from everybody else?
In what way? Stand apart from.
Anyway,
my
any and
niche?
all the ways, what is it in your marketing that makes you
Oh.
stand apart?
Well, we
from
touched
everybody
briefly on
else.
the LGBT, community to focus on them, you know, so that's what
You're focusing on
I'm focusing, I'm including it, I'm not just focusing on it, I'm including it, you know.
you're making sure that it's known that it's all inclusive in terms
Yeah.
of who you're supporting.
Discreet, you know, and so forth.
Very good. And I know that, because I know you, I know that you play softball.
Yes.
And that's something you're very passionate about.
I am.
Very passionate about. So we were talking, I did an open house with you the other
Should've
weekend.
put a softball right here.
I know. The other weekend we were talking at the open house and you were telling me you're on 5 teams?
Yeah.
5? Is that right?
Yeah, but not consistently, there's no time for that. Yeah.
She's very, very busy in terms of what she's doing. She does softball how many days a week?
Sundays, Mondays, sometimes Thursdays, and practices on Saturdays sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's too much for me. So
Well, you know what, it's good being a real estate broker,
yeah,
so you have your schedules flexible.
yeah.
So I could pretty much go, and then, you know, when there's the tournaments, out-of-state tournaments, you know, for a week long, you know, I get to go on a little vacation, play a little softball, take my laptop, do a little bit of work.
So let's talk about that just for a second, because that is a big part of, you know, this industry, is being able to have flexibility, right? So do you time block your time to be able to say, okay, I know that I have to do softball here, 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 and here, but I need to work, right? So are you time blocking first your things that drive your passion? Or are you time blocking first the things that drive your finances, essentially?
Well, Wendy, to be successful, we have to time block what makes you money. That comes first, right?
Well, yeah, but if you're not having fun and enjoying your life, then the money means nothing, right? So,
Well,
You
usually
have to
like
enjoy.
on Monday mornings, I usually don't book any appointments.
oh, but you're here with us, so
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
didn't play softball yesterday.
Oh, that's why you're here with us,
Yeah.
okay. So you leave Monday mornings free for
recovery.
recovery from softball, nice. And then the rest of your week is more scheduled around money-making activities and things like that?
Personal development, you know, cold calling.
Do you do a lot of cold calling?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how do you, cause I know there's a debate about cold calling, people don't like it.
Well, I wouldn't say it's cold calling for me, it's more warm calling.
Calling past clients?
Past clients, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have from my commercial mortgage, I have a big database of past clients who were looking for commercial loans and so forth, so. And they're
Okay.
homeowners too, so
There you go.
I get them on both sides if I can.
There you go, that works. So, in terms of your money-making activities, besides cold calling, or we're gonna call it warm calling, what else are you doing?
Social media.
All right.
Started to do social media videos. I just started doing videos, which, you know, see, I'm sweating.
We're on
It's
video,
the
we're on
lights.
video, it's gonna be good.
I get nervous, I'm not quite comfortable being in front of
No,
the camera
it's
yet.
gonna be fine. And then, I know that you're doing a lot on your Facebook business page and your Facebook page, so that's good. We wanna make sure that we're plugging your Facebook business page, so do you know the name of it? It's
Arlene Chavez Real Estate Group.
Arlene Chavez
And
Real Estate
Instagram
Group.
is Arlene Chavez Luxury Real Estate.
There you go. So make sure you look Arlene up on either of those channels. Also on her YouTube channel, which we're gonna set up for her.
You can find me Arlene Chavez Luxury Real Estate.
There you go. And so then she's also gonna have a podcast and an Alexa flash briefing soon, right? So be on the lookout for those. And if you have any questions or comments or want to talk to either Arlene or myself, feel free to reach out, and we look forward to talking to you guys. Thanks so much, Arlene, for joining us today. Anything you want to plug really quickly, or no? You're good?
Not yet. I guess, can we do another one?
Yep. Later? We can do another one later.
That sounds fun.
Thank you. Say bye, Arlene.
Bye.